In order to survive in the exclusion zone of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, you are going to need some very solid gear to protect yourself and take out the insane amount of things that want to kill you. And so today I wanted to run you guys through some of the best and easiest gear you can pick up in the early game that'll get you through those difficult early sections of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. Now keep this in mind because I've had a lot of comments on the last few videos I've done since launch saying that a lot of these tips are really basic and stuff like that. That is the point, guys. There is going to be a lot more in-depth stuff coming down the line, but for now I am still trying to help a lot of the new beginners get into this game a lot easier because there are a hell of a lot of new players who have never played S.T.A.L.K.E.R before. And so yeah, if you're like 20 hours into the game already, or if you're a S.T.A.L.K.E.R vet, then there is a chance this video isn't for you guys. That is completely fine. And like I said, there will be in-depth stuff on the way, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can find a really nice scoped AR, two of the best artifacts in the early game that make a world of difference, a guaranteed spot to find a great sniper rifle, and probably the best early game AR. And so without wasting any more time, let's get stuck right into it. Now, firstly, we're going to go over that scoped AR. This is S.T.A.L.K.E.R's AKM74S. It is very easy to find. You can find it literally within the first like maybe 90 minutes of the game, and it's actually really hard to miss. Now, if you guys haven't got this quest already, all you need to do is speak to Warlock in Zalicia, who runs the little sort of bar that you'll go to as part of the first main quest. All you need to do is just talk to him, and eventually he'll offer a quest. Take that quest and he'll ask you to find S.T.A.L.K.E.R, who owes him a bit of money, and he marks it on the map as well, so you can easily head on over there and find the guy you need. Now, when you arrive, there will be a bunch of bandits pretty much harassing him. All you want to do is just talk to them. You'll then need to talk to him as well, and he'll tell you that you can actually go and find his loot at the top of the nearby water tower. Head on over there, watch out for some of the anomalies along the way. Once you climb to the top, just grab the loot, which will include that weapon. Like I said, it's a really nice scoped AKM that is really good for getting headshots. Now, once you've got it, there are multiple ways you can approach this. One, you can just literally run away. You've got the gun, who cares? Run off with it if you want. That is completely fine. You can then also go back and give it to the bandits. That means you obviously won't get it, so I would highly recommend not doing that. And the option that I chose was going back and just killing the bandits, because why not? So head on back, take out those bandits, you'll get their loot and everything. It's obviously very much worth it. And after that, you can then talk to S.T.A.L.K.E.R and that quest line will be finished. So like I said, very easy one to do. And this is still a weapon that I'm using. I'm about 15 hours in, and it's still probably one of my best weapons that I've got. Now, the next two are artifacts, and the first one we're going to be going over is the spring artifact. This one is also very easy to find. It is really not that far away from Zalicia. So head down here to the southeast of Zalicia. You can actually see it on the map here. It's like a broken, I don't know, concrete bunker looking place, and you essentially can't miss it because when you get there, there's an awesome anomaly, so you will pretty much just be drawn here anyway. Now, in order to get the artifact, all you need to do is just pull out your detector in the bolt and just look for where the detector starts beeping like crazy. Once you get close enough, the artifact will spawn, and you can grab it before getting out of there to avoid any damage, and obviously use your bolts to reset those anomalies if they are causing you damage. What this spring artifact allows you to do is just allows you to carry a hell of a lot more weight. And I found that this is really good if you want to go out looting and just bring back a heap of weapons and stuff to sell. If you're in need of money, it's really good to just go and kill a bunch of bandits and stuff, take their weapons and bring it all back to town in order to sell it. Now, the key thing to keep in mind is you don't want this equipped all the time. It actually has medium radiation values, so equipping this will mean you will take radiation damage. It's pretty slow, but still over time, if you're doing like main missions and stuff, you just don't want that. So the best thing to do is just leave it in your inventory. It won't give you that radiation damage, but then when you find yourself encumbered and you want to come back to camp with some goodies, just equip this, and then you can just counter that radiation with some anti-radiation drugs or vodka, and it's just going to make you a lot faster when you're encumbered, but you want to come home and keep a lot of that loot in order to sell it. Now, just quickly before we get on to the next one, I've noticed in the analytics that pretty much 99% of you guys who are watching the S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 content aren't actually subscribed to the channel. And so if you guys are new around here and you're enjoying the S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 content, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It would help me out a hell of a lot, and it also makes it a lot more consistent that these videos will show up for you guys too. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out. Now, moving on, like I said, we have got another artifact here, and this is one that in my opinion is actually the best artifact in the game, or at least the early game. I'm not, you know, close to the end of the game or anything like that, so there may be some that are better later on down the line, but definitely in the early game, this is by far the best artifact you can find, and it's actually not that far away from that previous one. So back at Zalicia, if you just head to the east this time and sort of follow along this road, you'll eventually come to this kind of like swamp area. Now, all you need to do is just use the cover to sort of move closer and closer to this really cool anomaly in the center of the swamp. You do need to make sure to use cover though, as when this anomaly sort of like drags everything in towards it, it'll constantly deal damage to you if you're pretty much within its line of sight. And so use that cover, move closer and closer while it's not dragging stuff in, and eventually you'll get towards this ambulance. Now from here, just head to the right and you can find the artifact, and then from there just get out the same way that you came in, waiting for it to stop moving before heading to the next piece of cover. Like I said, this is in my opinion the best early artifact in the game. What it does is reduces the damage you take from bullets, and the best part is it has 0 negative effects, unlike pretty much every other artifact. Pretty much all of the other ones give you some sort of like radiation damage, or they always have like a counter to them, whereas this one doesn't. If you equip it, it has literally 0 negatives while reducing the damage you take from bullets. So this one is very, very good to use. You pretty much just want to equip this and essentially just leave it equipped forever. Now, next up we have a guaranteed sniper drop. It's nothing special, I'm not going to lie. It's not some crazy good sniper, it is just an SVD, but as far as I know, it's one of the few places early on that you can get a free and guaranteed drop for a sniper. This one is found in this old sort of abandoned factory northeast of Zalicia, just near the border of the Lesser Zone. Now once you arrive here, there will be enemies, and due to the kind of busted stealth in this game at the moment, it feels like they see you from freaking anywhere. So you can obviously try sneaking in, but it's more than likely they're going to see you, so just be prepared for a gunfight. Now in this main big building here, there is a staircase to get to the top floor. Just be aware of potential tripwires and stuff. I think there is a tripwire, if not multiple, but you can obviously just disarm them so they don't damage you. Now up the top here, there will be a final enemy. Just kill him and then you can obviously loot his body, but right next to him you will find the sniper, and you can obviously go ahead and pick that up. Now like I said, it's nothing special, it's just a regular SVD, but it is still really solid. This will one-shot headshot pretty much any soldier unless they have a mask on, but there's obviously a lot of bandits out there with no mask or anything, so this thing is pretty damn solid. And just like the previous gun I mentioned, I'm still using this about 15 or so hours into the game. Now finally, I have actually saved the best for last, as this is probably one of the better early game weapons, at least of the ones that I've found anyway, and this is an AR-416, which is also customized with a front grip, meaning it has slightly better recoil management as well. Now this one's part of a quest, so all you need to do is head to the building where your bed and storage and stuff is in Zalicia. Over to the left, when you walk in, you'll find this guy here called Mitye. Now you just need to talk to him, get the quest, and he'll ask you to go to the poppy fields in order to retrieve a religious item for him. So head on over there, it's not really that far away. Once you get there though, another NPC will actually call out to you in this house and pretty much warn you about the poppy fields, because it is very dangerous here. So go and talk to him. He gives you a second part to this quest, which is to loot 4 bodies that are actually found in the poppy fields, and once you do that and bring it all back to him, he'll give you the exact coordinates of the item you originally came for. So loot those bodies. They're all pretty easy to find because they are marked on the map. The thing to keep in mind with the poppy fields is that they have a bit of a strange effect. It'll make you sleepy and weak, so be sure to bring energy drinks with you to help you stay awake if you're noticing your eyes constantly being shut. And also if you see big gusts of like rose petals, or I guess the poppy petals floating around, get the hell out of the way, because they pretty much instantly kill you and you'll have to obviously start this over again. Once you've looted the bodies, head back to that guy and he will actually give you the coordinates of that religious item. Head out there and get it, but then bring it back to him, and in return he'll give you the unknown stalker's AR-416. Like I said, this is probably one of the better weapons in the early game, and hell, it's pretty damn good throughout like the majority of the game that I've experienced anyway. You can also buy a holographic sight from Hamster in Zalicia that attaches to this weapon as well. It makes it even better with a clean sight. Now finally, you can also just kill this guy if you want and loot his body to then get that item back for Mitye. That is obviously completely up to you. I thought I'd keep the guy alive for now just in case, but yeah, if you want to finish both parts of the quest, you can actually just get the gun off this guy, kill him, and take that item back to the original guy anyway. So keep that in mind, but that is obviously completely up to you. But that is it for some of the best early items you guys can get in S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. Like I said, there is a lot more in-depth stuff coming. This is all still for the very early game. I'm going to be doing stuff for the mid game, the late game, and a lot more advanced stuff as well. So keep your eyes peeled over the coming weeks. There is so much content on the way. And like I said, if you guys are new here, please do consider subscribing so you don't miss out on all of that content. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.